Welcome, everyone, and I'm talking about tonight this aromatherapy chart that I have here in my home office that I have on the wall. And so I'm not going to read over this whole chart because that's probably just going to bore you. But I wanted to point out this chart. Actually, I've really never looked at it super in depth, to be honest, but I couldn't help but notice it's got some really helpful tips on here. So for those of you, most of us know what essential oils are, and some of us really enjoy and utilize essential oils. And so I thought I would just kind of share a little bit of information from this chart. And so it basically talks about blending oils and the types of carrier oils that you can use with your essential oils. So obviously like almond and avocado and what is that? We have comfrey oil, evening primrose, grapeseed, jojoba. And some of these I hadn't even thought of and haven't even used as a carrier oil. So I will be experimenting with some of this. And up here it talks about buying and storing your oil and keeping it away from heat and light, etc. And I'm trying to get this camera to focus. This is a brand new phone, so it's got a little bit better of a camera than my last one, so that's good. So then here we have like using essential oils, massage oils, vaporizers, and inhalations. See if I can zoom in right there. Yeah, and then you've got like information that talks about how you can put it on your handkerchief, how you can use it in your shower for an aromatic bath, 2 to 3 drops in your shower, sponge or washcloth, rub over your body. I do a lot of that. Let's see, light bulb ring. That's a pretty cool thing to do. Place 2 to 3 drops of an oil on ring and place on light bulb. And that's actually something really cool. That's something that I do with my light bulbs as well. Oil burner. Let's see what else we have here. You can put it in a bowl and let it sit, use as a compress. And then down here we've got safety precautions, which is super important. So you have safety precautions about keeping it out of your eyes, obviously. Not to don't self-diagnose, ask your healthcare provider before use, etc. And it talks about oils that are safest for children, which would be frankincense, lavender, mandarin, neroli, petitgrain, Roman chamomile, and tangerine. And then avoiding when pregnant. This is a big one. I have 2 kids, so during my pregnancies I had to be careful, but yeah, angelica, aniseed. I haven't even heard of that one. Aniseed. I need to look into that oil. Basil, camphor, cedarwood, clary sage, clove, cinnamon. Cinnamon is a big thing to avoid when pregnant for sure. Fennel, hyssop, jasmine, juniper, melissa, myrrh, marjoram. Let's see, parsley, peppermint. I knew about parsley. Didn't know about peppermint. I've heard studies have shown peppermint is actually totally safe, so I would say that one is definitely contradicting. I'd say that's controversial, so I would ask your doctor about that. If you're pregnant or planning to become pregnant, ask about peppermint, because I know I used peppermint with both of my pregnancies and had no issues. Rosemary, I was aware that that should not be used during pregnancy. Sage, Spanish marjoram, sweet marjoram, tarragon, and thyme. So, yeah, and I think obviously with a lot of essential oils, if you're going to use while pregnant, just using in moderation in small amounts and just listening to your body. But certain essential oils can definitely lead to bleeding and can even make you go into premature labor. So, just taking that into consideration, and then avoid at all times. There are some ones on here that you should avoid. Let's see. And there are quite a few listed here. And I wouldn't say that I agree with all of these. Some of them, yes. Some of them I haven't even heard of. But, I mean, I've used hyssop, I've used arnica, I have used quite a bit of these that are on this list. Cinnamon bark, wormwood, etc., verbena, tarragon. Yeah, so I would say, with anything, just ask your doctor, do your research, but definitely you want to take your safety precautions when you're using essential oils. So yeah, this chart kind of maps out quite a bit. And this is kind of an outdated chart. I mean, it's not, the newest of new, but it's just kind of a very basic chart to look at, and it doesn't talk about each individual oil and what it's good for, which is something that we'll be going into in the future, because I know I've done some videos on individual essential oils, but I've like barely gotten to the tip of the iceberg. So yeah, so this is my aromatherapy chart, and hopefully you learned something from it.